Alright, group. Moving forward. And we're at basically the end of requirements for protective systems. Primarily, I want to focus in and dial in a little bit on shield systems and what the standard says. So when we look at that subparagraph, which is G, shield systems shall not be subjected to loads exceeding those which the system was designed to withstand. That's a no-brainer, right? It has to be rated to full depth based on the tabulated data or whatever the engineer has designed in his or her plan. Number 2, shields shall be installed in a manner to restrict lateral or other hazardous movement of the shield in the event of the application of sudden lateral loads. Now what this means, and this is a deficiency that can be found and has been historically by inspectors. When we start looking at proper lateral distances when installing a trench shield. Now remember, a trench shield is not a shore. It doesn't have positive or active protection. The panels don't extend and apply pressure to the walls of your trench. Essentially what it is you install that trench shield so that in the event of a cave-in, that trench shield protects your workers. So this is kind of an example in a perfect world of what it would look like. Just a standard, say 8-foot tall trench box, looking at, a level and plumb trench. We cut the excavation. It's slightly a little bit deeper than 8 feet deep, but we can't account for that because the OSHA gives us a 2-foot tolerance from the bottom of the trench to the bottom of the panel. So typically speaking, when you're talking about lateral distances, we don't want to exceed more than 12, preferably less than 12. And if it goes more than 12 inches, realistically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to backfill. That's what you're going to want to do to prevent the side-to-side movement, because in the event of a sudden lateral load, like a large shear wall collapse and a large 18,000 pound catastrophic mass of soil slamming into that trench panel, you don't want it to fail, you don't want it to shift and potentially injure or kill a worker. So that's the requirement. You can't have a great deal of distance on your sides when you're dealing with trench shields. It has to be pretty much installed almost flush with the trench walls, plus or minus, give or take 6 inches on each side. Now, of course, in previous and in this example as well, in this paragraph, it states you cannot cut your excavation more than 2 feet beneath the bottom of your protective system. So 2 feet is the maximum right here, and primarily that is because if you start creeping or letting that box sit a lot higher or any higher, the probability or the likelihood of loose soil sliding in or this box becoming unstable increases, and that's why they don't allow you to do any more than 2 feet underneath the bottom of your trench box panel. Or even if it's vertical shores, if it's fin form, you cannot have any more than 2 feet of exposed dirt on either side.